Welcome to Pat Stats. Last week, I posted a video about my 5 potentially surprising teams for 2021. Today, I have the sequel, if you will, to that video, the top 5 potentially disappointing teams for 2021. I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible before the offseason really began, so we didn't get a little carried away with one team or the other because of a potential offseason move. So as of now, no big moves have happened yet, so I believe it is about time to reveal this list. Again, these are potentially disappointing teams. Most of these teams, people expect to make the playoffs next year. Again, most of them, but they still have a chance to disappoint because of potential reasons, which I'll explain. So coming at number 5 is the least likely team to potentially disappoint, but still potential. It's the San Diego Padres. They broke out in 2020 with that young team of theirs with Tatis and Trent Grisham and Jake Cronenworth and all those guys. Because they weren't expected to be good. This and one other team specifically are kind of similar to each other in that they were not expected to be good in 2020, and they were good. And the thing with young teams is they could be inconsistent in the first couple of years. Yes, I put the Padres in my top 5 future dynasties team. That did not change. I still think they're going to be good for a very long time. But next year, they could disappoint. Maybe not by winning 90 games, but by winning 80-something games. They aren't going to be the 100-win team yet, but they still are going to be good. But again, there is a chance they are some disappointment in that team. Coming at number 4, again, similar to the Padres, are the Toronto Blue Jays. Another young team who were not expected to be good in 2020. Again, not likely to be bad, but I think a little bit more likely than the Padres. But also, another reason why I put them a little bit more ahead is because they have a lot to do in the offseason. Yes, they are in on George Springer and a couple other of the free agents. But even if they get George Springer, still there is a chance that they can disappoint. Again, that those young teams, you never know with them. Coming at number 3, we have the Oakland A's. Getting off from the young team discussion, they're going to be losing some players this year in free agency because they just can't re-sign them. Marcus Semien, Liam Hendricks, and a couple other key bullpen pieces. They have not performed in the playoffs. I mean, they've done all this work the last couple of years to only get eliminated in the first and second round. And again, this is not likely to happen because the AL West is not particularly the strongest division. And I feel like most people would have them winning the AL West next year. But I feel like there's an obsession with the A's that they're this dynasty kind of team. And I don't see it because I feel like they kind of just piece pitching together and just put in defensive first hitters, which isn't bad, but when it comes time to perform in the playoffs, they disappoint. And that's why they have the potential to disappoint in 2021. Coming in at number 2, we have the Milwaukee Brewers. They've been going downhill since 2018 when they made it to the NLCS. They lost in the wild card game in 2019 and got swept in the wild card series in 2020. Like always, they have no pitching, which I think hurts them a lot. And in 2020, they had some hitting problems. Ever since losing Mike Moustakas, they haven't really hit well. Christian Yelich had a down season, but I'm not worried about him. It's about all the other players. I mean, Ryan Braun, he's not good anymore. I mean, who else do they have? Nobody significant. Lorenzo Cain opted out, but I don't know if he's going to be playing next year. He should be. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, other than those couple, they don't have much hitting. Yes, they do have a very good bullpen, which is definitely their strength. But aside from that, I can see them disappointing people. I'm not saying, I feel like not many people have them winning the NL Central, but I feel like they are not even a wild card team at this point. They'd have to make some crazy moves for me to consider them. And number 1 potentially disappointing team are going to be the Minnesota Twins. I think this has the most chance of happening. They just cannot win a playoff game for their life. They have not won in what seems like forever. 19 games now, whatever like that? Crazy stuff. They have potential hitting problems. I mean, Eddie Rosario, he's kind of an inconsistent, and I feel like Twins fans and the Twins organization might be losing hope in him. Josh Donaldson, he's injury prone. I mean, Jorge Polanco, he had a good 2019, not okay 2020. Max Kepler, Miguel Sano, I mean, these are guys that are kind of like home run or bust hitters that have a very good chance of disappointing next season. And Nelson Cruz, who is a free agent right now, seems to be their only consistent hitter. He's like 40, 41 years old, and he can't be performing at this high of a level for that much longer. And I feel like 2021 could be that first year that you see decline in him and the Twins' success. So that is all for Pat Stats today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.